Calaroga Shark Media.
Hi, and welcome to Taylor Swift Today, a short roundup of all the headlines around Taylor's music, tours, movies, and life. Let's make one thing clear right at the start. Taylor Swift's impact on the music scene this year was unparalleled. Her classic tracks, some 4 years old, climbed back to the top of the charts. She sold albums at an astonishing rate, and her Eras Tour not only injected a financial boost into each city it graced, but also sparked widespread debate about the problematic ticketing industry as fans clamored to get their hands on tickets. Her relationship with Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce caused a media stir every time she showed up at an NFL game. And let's not forget, she released some truly fantastic music this year. By any standard, 2023 was an extraordinary year for a pop star, and that might even be an understatement when it comes to Swift. But Swift's monumental year was just one of the many trends that shaped the music industry over the past year. Let's dive into the year in music through a numbers lens. Swift's Eras Tour shattered records, becoming the highest-grossing concert tour in just 8 months. It even surpassed the combined gross of the next two biggest tours, Beyoncé's and Bruce Springsteen's. It was the first tour ever to exceed $1 billion in ticket sales, according to Pollstar. Swift also raked in $200 million in merchandise sales during the tour, which was double what she earned globally on Spotify for her entire catalog streaming. With a staggering 26.1 billion global streams on Spotify, the platform paid out over $100 million for her music this year. Swift had 4 of the top 10 most consumed albums in the US this year, based on data from Luminate. Her album Midnights was second only to Morgan Wallen's One Thing at a Time, with 1989, Taylor's version, Lover, and Speak Now, Taylor's version, also ranking high. In fact, Swift's albums comprised 8 of the top 25 best-performing albums in the U.S. this year. What sets Swift apart from her contemporaries is her ability to keep fans purchasing her albums, even as traditional sales decline. She has turned physical albums into collectible items, with Billboard reporting last year that she offered over 20 different physical versions of Midnights. Earlier this year, she released over a dozen physical versions of 1989, Taylor's version, which notably outsold the original version in its debut week. In 2023, Swift's albums accounted for nearly 30% of all album sales, with 11 different albums in the top 200, totaling around 4.8 million physical and digital sales. Her albums also dominated the top 100 vinyl chart, taking up 5 of the top 10 slots and making up about 28% of all vinyl sales on the chart. The buzz around Swift's Taylor's version albums, along with her massive Eras Tour, boosted sales of her other albums too. Reputation, for example, leaped from 118 on last year's year-end chart to 21 this year. A key storyline heading into 2024 is how Reputation's Taylor's version will fare compared to the original. Cruel Summer, meanwhile, finally hit number 1 on the Hot 100 more than 4 years after its release, getting a boost from the widespread success of the Eras Tour. Joe Keery recently addressed the swirling rumors about a potential musical collaboration with Taylor Swift during his appearance on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. The speculation started when Keery was spotted at the Electric Lady recording studio in New York City on the same day as Swift. The Stranger Things actor described the experience as quite bewildering. Keery recounted to Jimmy Fallon, "That day was really baffling for me. I was just hanging out with John Rooney, a sound engineer, inside the studio doing my own thing. When I stepped outside, I was greeted by this massive crowd of people. They were all expecting to see Taylor. And then there's me, leaving them wondering, who's this guy?" While Keery, who releases music under the stage name DJO and was formerly a member of the psychedelic rock band Post Animal, debunked the rumor of any current collaboration with Swift, he didn't dismiss the idea entirely. He playfully suggested to Fallon, maybe those rumors might spark something into existence. Who knows? Maybe that day did stir something up in the universe, but as of now, there's nothing happening. Keery's response left the door open for potential future collaborations, even if nothing was in the works at that moment. In a recent episode of their New Heights podcast, brothers Travis and Jason Kelce delved into the tradition of NFL quarterbacks giving grand gifts during the holiday season. Despite a challenging Christmas Day game for the Kansas City Chiefs, the festive mood wasn't dampened, especially with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce embracing the spirit of giving. Travis, the 34-year-old tight end for the Chiefs, opened up about the impressive and thoughtful gifts exchanged among teammates this year. "Quarterbacks usually go all out with big presents," he remarked during the podcast, co-hosted with his brother Jason, who plays center for the Philadelphia Eagles. Travis went on to reveal the generous gift from Mahomes to the Chiefs' offensive line. Pat gifted the entire offensive line with golf carts, which was pretty awesome, he shared. "I remember last Thursday, trying to leave the parking lot, and everyone was zipping around in them. They're street legal, so you could see people cruising at about 35 miles per hour." He also highlighted the personalized touch Mahomes added to each gift. Every single one of those golf carts was custom-made, complete with the players' names, Travis added, showcasing the quarterback's attention to detail and thoughtfulness in his holiday gifting. More Taylor in just a moment. Fans of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce recently stirred up some playful speculation after noticing what appeared to be a hickey on the Chiefs star's neck during a game. On social media, one fan excitedly commented, "Taylor left a hickey on Travis? Queenin'!" While another echoed the sentiment, asking, "Wait, Taylor gave Travis a hickey?" Sports TV host Pat McAfee couldn't help but bring up the topic on his show, humorously noting, "It did look like he had a hickey right there on his neck. That made me think him and Taylor are just having fun, sucking necks." The conversation took a comical turn when McAfee and his colleagues misheard a comment, joking about Kelce getting his pulse sucked on, if you will. Swift and Kelce are enjoying the holiday season together, with Swift spotted at Arrowhead Stadium on Christmas Day, supporting Kelce and the Chiefs, despite their loss against the Raiders. There's also buzz that she'll be cheering him on from the stands on New Year's Eve during the game against the Cincinnati Bengals. The Christmas Day game wasn't just eventful for the alleged hickey sighting. Kelce showed his fiery side too. Frustrated, he hurled his helmet to the ground, which then bounced into the stands and had a tense exchange with Coach Andy Reid. On the latest episode of the New Heights podcast, alongside his brother Jason, Kelce reflected on the incident. "Coach Reid was looking out for me, and I love him for it," he admitted. "I didn't go back out there and play well. He wanted to see the fire in me, but I reacted in a bad way. He wanted the best out of me, and right now I'm just not playing my best football." Kelce's candid acknowledgement of the moment showed a reflective side to the star athlete. And there you have it. Please follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your app of choice. And if you like the show, hit those 5 stars on Apple. It really helps us out. I'm Annalise Idle, thanks to Mark Francis and John McDermott. This is Taylor Swift Today.